That unprecedented move from Buckingham Palace, saying in a statement it will investigate claims that Meghan Markle bullied 3 royal staffers. Meghan is firing back, saying the royal family is, quote, perpetuating falsehoods. James Longman is outside Buckingham Palace with the latest. And James, this all comes as Prince Phillip is still in the hospital. There was an update on his condition overnight.
Yeah, that's right, George. Prince Philip has undergone a heart procedure at the hospital. He's expected to stay there just a little longer. Meanwhile, this royal family drama seems to escalate by the day. First, we had allegations that Meghan had bullied staff. And then, as if in response, overnight, a new promo released for the Meghan and Harry interview in which Meghan essentially says that the royal family has been spreading lies about her. This is the latest chapter in the breakdown of this relationship.
This morning, Harry and Meghan just days away from a groundbreaking primetime interview with Oprah. The Duchess speaking out about the royal family in a new promo.
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about us.
Saying she no longer fears telling her truth.
If that comes with risk of losing things, I mean, there's a lot that's been lost already.
But just before that sit-down is set to premiere, Buckingham Palace, in an unprecedented move, opened an investigation into bullying allegations against Meghan. Buckingham Palace saying in part, the royal household has had a dignity at work policy in place for a number of years and does not and will not tolerate bullying or harassment in the workplace. The allegations brought to light this week in an article in the Times of London, saying an official complaint was lodged that Meghan Markle drove 2 personal assistants out of the household and was undermining the confidence of a 3rd staff member. Other unnamed staffers accusing her of emotional cruelty and humiliation. A spokesperson for the Duchess, who's currently pregnant with her 2nd child, calls the report a smear campaign, saying she's saddened by this latest attack on her character.
This is not about Buckingham Palace as an institution fighting back against Harry and Meghan. This is about individuals who feel that their story, that the bullying they suffered has not been heard and their problems have not been acknowledged. And it's also about people trying to correct a narrative. Meghan's had it all her own way. She's portrayed herself as a victim. But actually, the people I've spoken to, and several people have all said this in different ways.
The couple has been vocal about their troubles dealing with negative press from the British tabloids, speaking out in this 2019 interview, even filing several lawsuits against various newspapers for invasion of privacy.
I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair.
Now, in the interview, she uses the words "the firm." Now, that's a term used to refer to the family rather than the institution of the monarchy. This is getting personal. George?
Boy, it sure is. Let's bring in royal contributor Robert Jobson for more on this. Robert, thanks for joining us this morning. Just tell everybody about the statement from Buckingham Palace and about how unprecedented it is.
Well, it was a shocker, really, George. I mean, the fact is it's incredibly unprecedented. To start blaming and issuing these statements like that is incredible. The fact that they've now opened this investigation is also a bit of a worry for the royal family going forward. It's going to open a can of worms. If there's other people out there that want to complain, not only about Meghan, but about other members of the royal family, that's something that could well unravel.
And the timing of these bullying allegations coming out just as we're about to hear from Meghan and Harry in that big Oprah interview.
Well, yeah, I mean, the fact is, though, that, of course, Meghan recorded the Oprah interview a couple of weeks ago, so it's not exactly a response. But the fact that they've come out now shows that clearly, I think, that former members of staff want to get their point of view across before their characters may be besmirched in that interview. So they feel that they want to get a balance to this, and that's what they're coming out with, what they said to the Times.
Well, some people on social media are calling out the palace for double standards, saying they're investigating Meghan but not Prince Andrew. Is Meghan being treated fairly here?
I think it's difficult to say. I think that she obviously herself thinks she's not being treated fairly, and that's why she's coming out and saying these things. But I understand what they're saying about Prince Andrew. From across the pond, it must look very strange that there's all this negative publicity about the Duchess and about Harry, but nothing is being said about Prince Andrew. And I'm sure, given what's been happening, that will continue to be, questions will continue to be raised about that until there is a development.
So what do you expect to happen with this investigation?
Well, I think that it's going to expand. That's what I believe will happen. At the moment, they're focused on a couple of complaints, but I think it'll go further than Meghan. I think it'll go to spread to other members of the royal family and other senior staff at Buckingham Palace, because if there are emails in existence, which I believe that there are, on other areas, then that could well come out in this investigation. It's a can of worms. It can only end in a mess, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of worried people behind in Buckingham Palace.
Wow, that is quite a situation. We will be watching. Thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.